Hello and welcome to Mississippi Insight. I'm Byron Brown. Thank you for joining us. This week we're wading into Jackson's trash crisis.
So y'all don't think it's an emergency?
I know it's an emergency.
I know what you voted against.
I did, you're right.
Self-inflicted.
The mayor and city council find themselves right back where they started after a pair of special meetings at City Hall. We'll recap a wild week in Jackson politics and the implications for the city's growing trash piles. That's all ahead this Sunday on Mississippi Insight. The past week saw a lot of developments in Jackson's garbage crisis, but one development we have not seen is a long-term solution to a smelly, growing, and possible hazardous problem. The city council and the mayor are set to be back in court Monday. Most, if not all, council members are asking a judge to allow them to negotiate with vendors without the mayor. Meantime, city leaders have met with MDEQ authorities about potential fines against the city in the absence of garbage service. And this morning, we'll play extensive excerpts from a pair of special meetings at City Hall. Those meetings were more notable for their lack of progress and the tense emotions on display. Both Mondays and Wednesdays meetings were packed with residents and reporters both trying to make sense of a complicated debate, even as Mayor Chokwe Antola-Mumba and council members argued among themselves. Jackson residents faced a second and now a third week without public garbage disposal service. Monday, yet another attempt by the mayor to pass a 6-year contract with Richards Disposal ended abruptly. Here are some scenes from that meeting.
I'd like to call to order this special meeting of City Council, April 10th, 2023, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. We'll start with item number 2. If the clerk could put item number 2 on the floor, please.
Order of the City Council instructing special legal counsel to immediately file a motion to dismiss without prejudice cause number 25 CH123-CB 00103 in the Chancery Court of the Hinds County, Mississippi, 1st Judicial District before Special Judge H. David Clark II, and for the legal services of John P. Scanlon and Deshaun Terrell Martin to be terminated if and when said dismissal is granted.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, a second, any discussion?
If by chance we were to pass item number 1 today, then item 2 would have been the natural progression in the series of events. But since we don't know how we're going to act on item number 1, it's a little, premature to be optimistic, I suppose.
How much do we have remaining for attorney's fees?
To date, we have spent $200,220.85
In legal fees?
in legal fees.
Is that complete or is that just on this last action?
This is like an overall for the main 2 attorneys for the city council.
When we first filed the injunction for the court to intervene, it was because we thought the mayor had not acted. As a result, with the mayor reaching out to all 3 vendors, asking would they honor their price that was originally stated in the RFP, we feel that the mayor has done his job by acting and finding an alternate solution, and therefore we wish to dismiss the lawsuit.
Okay, thank you.
Right now, to date, we have $400 remaining in the account.
$400 in legal fees remaining?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Any other comment?
Where we want to.
All right, so we're going to vote on item 2. All in favor? All opposed? Motion fails 3 to 4.
Pulling the item 1, and our city attorney will explain why we're pulling item 1. So that item is effectively being pulled.
Mr. Foote, point of order.
Just
Point of order. Mr. Foote, yes, just to do things right, if there needs to be additional discussion, since there's no discussion on and you want to pull, I move that we add discussion for future garbage collection added to the agenda as an emergency to be discussed. Since that discussion is not on the agenda, we just got to abide by what's right. Second.
This is not an effort to create any more conflict or strife. Trust me, you want to hear what I have to say.
Call
Okay, but we're talking about voting on the item right now. So any
Adding it to the agenda for discussion.
about whether we'll...
I am
Councilman
being
Flood,
clear that
I don't think this is
pulling,
necessary.
I'm pulling the item.
We pull items all the time,
Right,
right.
So then
As
you
you know, Councilman Flood, President Flood, we pull agenda items all the time.
Okay, so you've pulled item number 1. It's
Council-
not on the agenda then.
Please.
Item's
Well,
pulled.
sounds good.
The meeting's adjourned.
Okay. That's it.
There is an executive matter.
Question.
We tried to get on the floor for discussion.
I never stopped you.
Okay.
But it was gavelled out.
Well, to the public, the Richards Disposal has made the determination that they are filing suit against the city of Jackson. They are appealing this decision of the city council, and so therefore that is the reason why I'm recommending to the administration and to the council that we pull that item from the agenda today.
Monday's council meeting ended with fresh questions about Richard's legal action and a date for yet another meeting. We'll recap Wednesday's session when Mississippi Insight continues. If Monday's meeting didn't spell out the tensions between Jackson's council members and its mayor, Wednesday's meeting featured more of the same. The council tried once again to find some sort of agreement, even a temporary fix, to get Jackson garbage services back in gear. But in a meeting where Ward 3 Councilman Kenneth Stokes was absent, members found themselves split down the middle on proposals to end the crisis. Even an executive session featuring talks with Richards Disposal behind closed doors failed to reach a resolution.
We have 5 items on the agenda. Thank you.
I just want to say that for all of our council members, the people are tired. I'm so tired of hearing that we're resilient. I'm tired of being resilient. I'm tired of being strong. Every day I wake up with this new burden of how I'm going to get garbage picked up in my ward. And it's something I struggle with because I worry about the people. That's my only worry. And so I just hope today we can find some resolution amongst all of us that gets trash picked up as speedily as, I don't even know if that's a word, as rapidly as possible, because the people need some resolve. We cannot keep moving forward like this. And so that is one of the reasons why I support dismissing this lawsuit. Let's stop the infighting. Let's think of the people and put them first.
I feel like I have said to all of you that this court action no longer serves us, and that we need to move forward with dismissing this particular action and terminating these attorneys so we can move forward with trying to resolve the issue, the most pressing issue before us now, and that is to get garbage picked up for our citizens in all of our wards. Thank you.
Any other comments? If not, all in favor? All opposed? Motion fails 3-3. See if we could move to item 1, if the clerk could put item 1 on the floor.
Resolution of the City Council of Jackson, Mississippi, urging the mayor to enter into a 90-day agreement with a suitable solid waste company registered with the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality, MDEQ, to service solid waste and sanitation in the state of Mississippi.
So move.
Got a motion and second. Any comments on this?
Is if they do it with just one without a complicated RFP process with 3 winners and bring before us just that one person, the best and lowest, my commitment is that I will support that. But I think that it will also be a sign for us to work together to identify a neutral third-party evaluator to conduct the RFP. Or unless we get a public works director, in which in most every city I know the public works director and the solid waste division along with the city manager actually conducts that RFP.
I can't create a garbage company that is willing, that has the capacity to do this within a 90-day period of time. I think in part the council's recommendation or saying that we're willing to give Richards 90 days is because we all understand that they're the only ones capable of doing it right now. They're the only ones with the workforce. They're the only ones that have the trucks right now. They're the only ones that have the ability as immediately as the residents need it in order to do this. And so I can't force them. I think Tori has more to elaborate in terms of efforts to talk to them about 90 days and what they have communicated. Part of this agreement that we're presenting to you is I'm putting my sword down. I'm saying, counsel, if you're right and the court tells you you're right, I accept the court's position and you can negotiate a contract if the court tells you that. I'm also saying that Richards has a lawsuit against the city of Jackson. If they're right, then we have to respond to what the court says. So I'm saying that we can agree that we need to deal with the citizens' trash right now. Today. So let's put an agreement which is contingent upon what the court tells us. You have been relaying to me, Mayor, I think what you're doing is illegal. Mayor, I think that you're not following the process. While I may disagree with that, I'm not even fighting you on it. I just want to finish what I'm saying. No one's fighting. I'm not even fighting you on it. I'm saying that the moment will come where those determinations will be made. But until that moment comes, let's put something in place that is contingent on both what you believe and what we believe. And I'm simply telling you that my best efforts, and I appreciate you saying I believe that the mayor can do this. I'm telling you I don't have any tricks up my sleeve. I can't make a company take an agreement which they feel is to their detriment. They're not willing to take 90 days, y'all. They have us in a position where there's negotiating power, right? You have bargaining power. That's a part of an agreement. That's a part of a contracting process. That's a part of a negotiation process. And we have to understand where our bargaining power lies at this particular moment in time.
Okay. Mr. Banks?
Now, Councilman Foote, I've had my hand up before Mr. Banks. And if we go keep skipping over me,
I'm sorry.
write it down, Councilman Foote.
Okay.
But our citizens do not deserve, our citizens, our businesses, our schools do not deserve to be inconvenienced any further over garbage. We've already been told that Richards is prepared to move today. Let's do the right thing and get this garbage taken care of so that we can get back to the city, back to the work for the citizens of Jackson. That's all I ask. Because the deeper we get into this, tempers are going to start flaring. The more people, words get crossed, they're going to start flaring again, and then we're not going to get anything done. We have to get this done today, and I'm asking you. Thank you.
All right. The reason why I said 90 days because I heard you say 51 days to do a new RFP. I do understand that you did reach out to the others to ask them if they could honor their price. I just didn't see in any likelihood that anybody would be, being that the RFP is over a year old now. I, wish, at some point, even while the clock was ticking, that we would have had even more dialogue together about this. I think that an RFP could have been issued even during that time. I think that, and this is just me personally speaking, just on my experience, that, there are people within administrations that are tasked with the job to make sure that a mayor gets 4 votes. And in most cases that I've always seen in my professional life, I really have not seen a mayor put something up where he knew he did not have the votes. And I think that it is incumbent on the executive to have conversations with those colleagues to understand and to look at those problems, to see how they can address. And I think that, if something fails, then you move to other solutions and other ways of having it.
Directly addressed to me.
Let me get this out before I...
Go ahead, Mr. Griselle.
I don't know if this is proper, but I would really like for us to please reconsider my amendment to strike out 90 days and put 12 months there.
Okay, you want to make another amendment?
Second.
Okay, so you want to resubmit your amendment
It's a motion to reconsider.
reconsider.
So it's a
Reconsider.
motion to reconsider.
It's a motion to reconsider. Okay, submit what you want to say.
To strike out 90 days
No, point of order.
and put 12 months.
Point of
Point of order. Yes, the item's not for, he could do a motion to reconsider, then the motion to reconsider must be taken up. After the motion to reconsider is taken up, well, the item's still on the
You
floor,
just
right?
need to vote on the motion to reconsider first.
Okay, let's do that.
No, no, the item's still on the floor.
But part of that notion of I need 4 votes that you keep talking about inherently suggests that this is my contract, that this is for me, that this is somehow something I'm invested in. This isn't Shokway's contract. I don't have a vested stake in whether Richards gets it other than it's the cheapest price for our residents. Just as I didn't have a vested interest in whether FCC got it when they won. Just as I didn't have a vested interest when I denied all of them and chose Waste Management when they were the lowest. I know there's a lot of rumors, right? I know that we're real silly out there about my wife is related to Mr. Richards, or, you know, Mr. Richards is the front man. This is the latest one, and I actually own the company, right? I know that we get there, right? Right? But the reality is that my hope is that we can always be working in the best interest of residents. And so,
one thing you said, if the council is victorious or the mayor is victorious, there's no victory here.
There's a lawsuit between the council and the mayor.
And I understand that.
That's what I meant.
Okay. But there's no victory because all the council is trying to do is move this process forward. Okay, that's it. And my second point is this. So no victory. This isn't something we celebrate. We get to know the judgment from the judicial authorities, and we move forward based on that. My second point is this. This morning, I'm out picking up garbage in my ward. Saturday, I was out picking up garbage in my ward. The rest of the week, I will be out picking up garbage in my ward. Why? Because it has to get done. And here's the thing. There is no one that's more willing to discuss a solution than I am. But I'm going to do it by the dictates, courts, or whatever.
If you believe that.
Excuse me.
All right, so let's vote on item number 1, resolution of the City Council. You want to reread that again?
Resolution of the City Council of Jackson, Mississippi, urging the mayor to enter into a 90-day agreement with a suitable solid waste company.
Okay, all in favor? All opposed? Okay, the measure fails, 3-3. Okay, let's vote on item number 2, the resolution, okay, of the City Council of Jackson, Mississippi, urging the mayor to comply with MDEQ by producing an adequate solid waste collection plan. All in favor? All opposed? That item fails 3-3.
If we need to go into executive session to hear and to have conversation, I want to do that. So I move that we go into
Second.
closed session to discuss these matters with the talk of going to executive session.
Second.
It's based on pending
A
litigation.
motion and a second to go into closed section. Thank you, Corey. We are out of executive session. We had discussions with the Richards disposal team. No action was taken. On item 4, order approving an emergency solid waste collection and hauling agreement with Richards Disposal for a term of 1 year. All in favor? All opposed? The item fails 3-3. There's also an order 3. I'm not sure. Do we need to vote on order 3 still?
Yes.
Okay, if the clerk could put item 3 on the floor.
Order determining the need for continuing the declared local state of emergency regarding residential solid waste collection.
So moved.
We
Second.
got a motion and a second. Any comment? Okay, if there's no comment, all in favor? All opposed? Motion fails 3-3. This meeting's adjourned.
Monitor 12 News and WJTV.com this week for new developments in Jackson's trash crisis as the council and mayor head back to court yet again. We're back in a moment. If you have comments or questions about today's show or suggestion for an interview or segment, just drop us a line. Email our producers. The address is news@WJTV.com. We'll be back next weekend with more of the political and current affairs coverage that you demand. I'm Byron Brown from all of us here at 12 News. Make it a great weekend.